I will just sit down, just get comfortable this morning. Just sitting bones rooted. As you come onto your mat, as I said, we're going to use 2 bricks today. Today we're going to honor the fall equinox because tomorrow is officially the beginning of fall. And at this time of year is interesting because in fall, energetically, it's time for us to start to tune within ourselves. Spring and summer, we tend to be more outgoing, more energetic, more just creative, active. And in fall, we just need to start to tone it down a little bit and find balance, restore a little balance. So the practice is going to be geared a little bit towards that whole concept of slowing down, finding balance. So we will be gentle in our practice today, yet fluid. We'll create some circular motions, some forward fold motions. Think of the equinox, the fall equinox, fall and winter time, separate from the spring and summertime because our energy levels are so different. So if we think of those are 2 different times of the year, we're going to use this time to practice perhaps letting go of any disappointments of things you maybe didn't accomplish that you wanted to accomplish, and maybe set new goals. So let's sit up nice and tall, drop our shoulders away from our ears. Take a moment to just bring the chin down to your chest and take a big breath in. And then just simply let it go. Big breath in. And let it go. I love this time of year because it is a time that things do start to change up. The weather, the atmosphere around us, our energy levels. So let's just go ahead, open the eyes now, take a breath and feel the body just lift a little higher, and then begin to just create some nice gentle circles. Just right over those hips, just circle the body. Think of this as a time to kind of respect the circular motion of the way our planets work, the way our seasons work, and then just go the other way. Nice and easy. And then finding your way right back to the center. Take a big breath. Just bring the arms way over your head. And then exhale, just let it go. Inhale, bring the arms over your head. And then exhale, just let them float down. Well done. And then this time, just bring them all the way up. Let's take a gentle side bend. Just tip it over. Then big and breath in as you come back to the center, and then just take it to the other side. And then come all the way up to the center, and then just let everything float back down. We're going to just move right into a tabletop position today. So just move onto your hands and your knees. And let's just root our hands, knees, and move right into our cat and cow. So inhale, just lower the belly and lift the heart. Exhale, roll the spine to the sky. Inhale, drop down, lift the heart. Exhale, roll the spine to the sky. Let's go 2 more times. Just dropping down and lifting up. Dropping down, lifting up. And then from your cat pose, just push back into a child's pose. Bringing your seat right to your heels, walk your hands out forward and bow the head down. We'll use our bricks to create some space to move more freely through poses. We'll do some hip openers to just open up and let ourselves be open to whatever lies ahead. The new season, new opportunities. From here, let's take a nice rolling motion. So begin to roll back into a cat. But we're going to gently continue to roll forward, allowing our hips to move towards the floor and our chest and our gaze to look straight ahead. Good. Let's lift the hips and press right back to child's pose. And let's go again. So inhale, roll the spine, gently roll it forward to cobra pose. This time bend the elbows to touch down. And then inhale, press right back up and push back to child's pose. Let's go again, gentle rolling motion. Right into cobra. Bend the elbows to touch down. Press up and push back. And then let's go one more time. Inhale, just rolling up. Looking straight ahead, touching down. Come back up to cobra, but this time take the toes underneath you. Move right into a downward facing dog. Root your hands and root the feet to the mat. Just take a moment to feel the pose. Let your body just stay still through it. Using your breath to add space. Beautiful. One more inhalation. And exhale, let it go. Looking straight ahead, step the right foot forward. Drop the back knee down. Inhale, bring the arms straight up. As you exhale, pull the elbows down, look up, feel the heart open up. Inhale, reaching to the sky, exhale, bowing forward. Move the bricks right to each side of your foot, place the palms on them, and then slowly pull the straight leg back, the front leg back. And then rebend it. Now you can choose whatever height you want on those bricks. Pull back, and then rebend it. And then one more time, just pull it back and hold it. The moment to just draw that right hip back just a little bit. And then keeping the left palm on top of the brick, pick the right one up. Bringing the top hand back down, rebend the knee into that nice deep lunge. And this time move the bricks to a higher level, the highest possible. Press the hips forward, pull the shoulders back, gaze straight ahead. Pull the hips back to neutral, tuck the back toe underneath you. We'll move right into a pyramid pose. So lift up, spin that back heel to root it, and now just really pull the hips back to straighten the front leg. Nice tabletop position here. Perfect. Soften the front knee, move both of your bricks forward, and then shift and lift the back leg right off the floor. Toe faces down. That top hip, that left hip wants to lift a little bit. I want you to push it towards the inside of the thigh of the other leg. Now just move the right brick out one little step, and let's move into a half moon pose. So begin to turn the hip and lift the left arm straight up. Beautiful. Bringing the top hand back down to the opposite brick, walk the right one back, soften the knee, step all the way back, release your hands to the mat and step back to downward facing dog. Gazing forward, bring the left foot forward, then drop the back knee down. Perfect. Take a nice low lunge. We'll take those bricks right on the side of your feet on their flattest level, or whatever level you need to be able to take it back to a straight leg. So take a breath in, straighten the front leg, lift the toes off the floor, keep the heels down, and then just rebend into lunge, and then pull back and straighten, then rebend into lunge. And then back and straighten, hold it here. Keeping your right hand on the brick to slowly lift the left one up. Bring the top hand back down, rebend into a nice deep lunge. Perfect. And now move the bricks to their higher level. Placing the hands on top of the brick, push down so you can gaze straight ahead, pulling your shoulders back towards the hips. Big hip opener here. Reminding ourselves to be open to new ideas, new possibilities, changes in our life. Making our transition now into our pyramid pose. Back it up and tuck the back toe. As you lift, root the back foot, spin it and put it down. Now pull the front leg straight. Keep a nice tabletop position here. Pushing the inside, the right leg, hip over towards that inside left thigh. And now rebend the front knee, take a step forward with your bricks and pick the back leg off the floor. Toe faces straight down towards the floor. The bricks are under your shoulder. Preparing for half moon pose, the left side just steps a little further, just make sure it's under your shoulder. And then slowly turn the hips and open up to your half moon pose. Spread your fingers wide, try and spread your toes, open your chest to that right side. Then bringing the top hand back down, just simply begin to walk the bricks back and step all the way back. Release your bricks back to your mat as you step into downward facing dog. Lifting the heels and drifting into a tall plank, hold it there. And then begin to turn your body to the right. So move that left hand in a little bit, just turn the heels left, your body right, stack or stagger, side plank. Searching for strength. And then come back to plank pose. And we'll just move right to the other side. So just slowly move into side plank. Remember, feel free to drop the lower knee if that suits you better. And then bring the hand back down. Lift the hip up and back, downward facing dog. Slowly bring the heels high and lower the knees all the way to the mat and drop back to child's pose. Inhale, rolling cat. Continue moving forward to cobra. Bend the elbows to touch down. Lift back up. Tuck the toes down, dog. Lower the knees. Drop back to child's pose. A rolling cat. Right into cobra, or even pick the knees up into upward facing dog. And then hips up and back down, dog. Perfect. Bring the right leg to the sky, bend the knee and open the hip. Let's circle the ankles. Let's honor that circular motion once again. Go the other way. And then straighten the leg right back out and pull the knee forward and place it down for pigeon pose. If you need a little help in pigeon pose, take one brick underneath that right hip to keep it square and centered. Maybe use the other one in front of you. The bricks are here to be your support system, to make poses that are not always possible. So take it wherever you can here. From your pigeon pose, we're going to go ahead and slide our right arm underneath the left. Keep reaching through, allowing that right shoulder to hover over the right knee, and then bring the hands right to heart center. And then open up the arms, one down, one up, just like an L shape. Bring the hands back to heart. And then just simply lift and turn back. Press all the way up to a nice king pigeon. Grabbing those bricks, place them next to your front leg. And really just push and lift the heart to be open. Option here to bend the back knee. Reach and grab it with that left hand. Being a little elevated makes it a little more possible. Releasing it, moving the bricks just out of your way. Return to downward facing dog and walk your bridge out. Walk your dog out. Perfect. Inhale, the left leg comes up. Exhale, bend it and open the hip. Once again, move the ankle around it in a circular motion. And then go the other way. And then extend the leg to the sky and bring it straight in for pigeon pose. Once again, adjust your pigeon pose however you need to be comfortable. Let's go ahead and slide the left arm underneath the right and turn your body towards the right side. Bring the hands to heart center. Your shoulder is just hovering over the knee. And then simply lower the lower hand, lift the upper arm straight up. Bring the hands back to heart and lift it gently to turn forward. Push yourself up and bring the bricks underneath your hands. Creating more space to lift and to be a little more open here. Adjust any way you need to. And as an option, feel free to bend the back knee and reach with the right hand and grab your foot. Perfect. Releasing that foot, keep the hands on the brick this time and move out to down dog. Walk out your down dog. The down dog should feel a little different as we elevate it. And then just be really still. Inhale, lift the heels and drift forward to a tall plank. All right, from here, I want you to pull your elbows into your rib cage and go about halfway down. Hold. Release your toes to the floor, untuck the toes, and then lift the hips straight up. Big upward facing dog. Fire up the legs, squeeze them super tight. And then using the abdominals and the hips, begin to lift. Release back into down dog. And then slowly step both feet to the front of your mat. Inhale, bring the hands below the knees and come up halfway. And exhale, fold back down. Bend the knees, root to rise all the way and stand. And bring the hands to heart center. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Inhale, sweep the arms out to the side. Keep the fingertips spread super wide. All the way up, gaze up. And now just turn the palms to face forward. Pull the elbows towards your hips and just stay here. Open the heart. And then inhale, reach back up, gaze straight ahead. And exhale, let all disappointments go as you fold forward. Inhale, rise halfway, and exhale, fold. Bend the knees, root to rise all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. One more time, inhale, arms reach up, gaze up, pull the elbows down, open the heart, fall back. And then inhale, reaching right back up, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise halfway, and exhale, fold. This time, taking the left foot back towards the back side of your mat, spin the back heel, bend the front knee, keep the bricks nearby, rise to warrior one. And then open up to a nice warrior two. Beautiful. Sink a little deeper. Maybe allow those fingertips to reach a little further. Seek new opportunities. Calmness. Flipping the front palm, let's take a peaceful warrior. And then slowly reach forward. We're going to move our hand down to the back side of our mat. Grab your brick, place it high, place the palm on it, and then just put your left hand on your top shoulder and push it back. As far as it will go, move the hips a little lower, and now reach up. Extended side angle. Not extended, the arms to 12 o'clock, straight up. The focus is on opening the heart forward. Now dropping the hip, arm towards your hip, graze your body and circle. Let's honor that circular motion once again, the way our planets move. Honoring the moon, the sun, their movement, everything that moves circular. Terrific. This time as you come up, release your hand from the brick and come back up to warrior two. And then sweep the back arm back to the front and then reach down to the mat. Just move the bricks a little out of your way as you step back to down dog. Inhale, drift to plank pose. Exhale, lower down. Inhale to cobra. And exhale back to down dog. Step forward to the front of your mat. Rise halfway. Fold back down. Inhale, reach to the sky. And exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms reach up. Here we go. Standing bridge, pull the elbows down. Look up. Reach to the sky and then open wide, bow forward. Inhale, rise halfway. And exhale, this time your right foot is going to step back. Before we stand, bring those bricks right back by your side and rise to warrior one. Open up to warrior two. Once again, feel the fingertips reaching further, your shoulder moving down, your hips sinking a little deeper. Perfect. Flipping the front palm, bringing yourself right into a peaceful warrior. And then ever so slowly reach forward and down behind your leg, reaching for your brick, stand it tall. Taking your right hand to the top shoulder, push it back. Opening straight up towards that right side this time, and then let the fingertips reach straight up. Maybe the hips can go even lower. Perfect. Dropping the top arm towards the hip, let's create a few big circles here. And this time, bring the circle around and turn your body towards the front. Or come back up to warrior two, I should say. And then sweeping the back arm forward to warrior one. Go ahead and reach back down to the floor. Take your bricks right out of the way and step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, drift into a plank pose. Exhale, lower slow. Inhale, the cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Fantastic. Bring your feet to the center of your down dog. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Move your feet apart so you can put two fists comfortably between the balls of your feet. Bending your knees, go ahead and grab your big toe with each hand. Inhale, pull the body away from the leg and pull and reach forward with the head. Exhale, bow back down, Padagusthasana. In this Padagusthasana, shift the weight to the balls of the feet. Pull the belly in towards your spine and lift your hips up higher to the sky. Shake out your head. Let all frustrations go, tensions go. Good. And then releasing, slowly just roll up, just like a rag doll, one vertebrae at a time. Being aware of that movement. And let's circle our shoulders up and back a couple times. Wonderful movement, these circles. And drop down. Fantastic. Go ahead and face forward if you wish. We'll move right into balance pose number 2, tree pose. So perfect for fall time. It's all about the trees in fall, isn't it? Okay, so let's root those feet to the floor and let's bring our right foot up wherever you want except your knee. So kickstand, calf, or all the way up. You choose. So find something to focus on. Focus on. Today is about focusing on self-care and kindness to yourself. So once you find balance here, just let the hands rest wherever you want them to be. Drawing the shoulders down. And then reaching out with spread fingers, begin to reach up. All the way up, we're just growing that tree up. And then just soften the shoulders by bending the elbows just a hair. Perfect. Pull the belly in and tuck the hips under. Beautiful. And then flipping the palms, just gently float the hands down as though they're the leaves falling from the tree. And release your foot right to the mat. Well done. So take your time. It's about going slow and about taking care of yourself, tuning in. Other side, you pick. Remember, the outside of that leg is vitally important to this pose. So really press in. Let the hands rest wherever you're comfortable to find balance and peace. And then reaching out and reaching up slowly to grow the tree tall. And then to soften the shoulders and elbows. Tuck the hips under, draw the belly in. You've got this. And then it's time to let the hands turn and float down towards the floor. As you now release your foot straight down, bend your knees. Well done. Taking a nice wide stance while we are here. Inhale, bring the arms to the sky and nice gentle fold forward. As you fold forward, take one brick underneath you. Place it on the lowest, actually place it on the highest level to start. So we're going to just get a sense of what the brick really does for us. So let's place our right hand on the brick, push down to straighten out that arm, and now turn your body to the left and pull the left arm to the sky. And then bring the hand down and just simply switch. So take a moment to push down and really fire up that arm for support, and then pull that right arm straight up. And bring it down. Now release your brick to its lowest level. Placing the right hand on the brick. Let's go ahead and twist once again and see how different it might feel. And then bring the hand down and just simply switch. So press down deep and then just lift up that right side. And then bringing the hand back down. Put the hands on your waist, chin to your chest, and slowly rise to stand. Beautiful. Turn the heels all the way in this time. Now just beginning to push the tops of the thighs down towards the floor. Sink low. All right, let's pull our shoulders back and drop our shoulders down. And then circle the arms a couple times. Again. One more time and pull down into eagle, goddess arms right here. Perfect. Slowly push to stand and bring the right arm to cross in front of the left. Kick your heels out. Pull your elbows in towards your rib cage, towards your belly, and simply bow forward. Slowly return to standing. And release the arms out wide. Good. Turn the heels back in, bend the elbows, come all the way back down. Perfect. And then push and stand, and this time the right one goes in front of the left. Or the opposite, and kick the heels out. Let's bow in one more time. So really pull the elbows in. I forget what I said the first time, so reverse it. And we're just going to hold a moment, pulling our elbows into our body, going within right here. And then releasing your arms, roll up like a rag doll. And let's move our shoulders up and back. And up and back. Fantastic. Stepping back to the front of your mat, bring your bricks with you. Push and rise to stand and bring hands to heart center. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, pull the elbows down, fall back. Inhale, reach into the sky. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, place the hands on the mat, step back into a downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg reaches to the sky. Exhale, open up the hip. Now today, if you wish, flip your dog. If you want to flip your dog, take your left hand towards your right thumb and allow everything to pivot and turn and flip yourself upside down. Drop the hips and turn around. Wherever you are, meet me, one leg down dog, right leg up. Exhale, pull the knee in and step forward and spin the back heel. Place the bricks nearby and rise to warrior one. Open up to warrior two. Inhale to peaceful warrior. Straighten the front leg and slowly move forward. We're going to reach for the brick in the back. Push it on its highest level, and once again, use that hand if necessary to pull back and lift. You can feel different sensation. This is what a triangle pose should feel like. Circle the arm back and around, back and around, and back and around. This time, leave the arm just over the ear for just a moment. Extend your triangle. And then pushing it down towards the floor, spin the back heel, reach for the other brick. Place it on its highest level. Step them both forward and step in. Take the back leg and simply lift it and tap down. Lift it and tap down. Lift it and tap down. And lift and tap down. Lift and tap down. And lift and tap down. We've got two more right here. And then hold it up. Perfect. One hand at a time, bring the hands in front of the heart, center and hold. One at a time, release your hands back to the brick. Soften the knees, step all the way back. Placing your hands on the mat, step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg reaches to the sky. Exhale, bend the knee and open up. Once again, if you wish to flip your dog, move the right hand close to the left and just pivot and turn. Touch down and turn around and hold. And then dropping the hip, find your way back to one leg down dog. And pull that left leg forward and put it down. Spin the back heel and move your bricks nearby. Slowly lift to warrior one, open up to warrior two, inhale to a peaceful warrior with a straight leg, and exhale, reach for the brick behind you. Once again, use that top hand to pull the shoulder back if necessary, by your Trikonasana triangle pose. Perfect. Dropping the arm down towards the hip, circle big. Again, circle big. Next time, circle and hover over the head. Hover right over the ear. Perfect. And then pushing that top hand down, reach for the brick, spin around, walk the bricks forward, and lift the back leg off the floor. Touch down and up for 8, and for 7, and for 6, and for 5, and for 4, and for 3, and for 2, and then for 1. Well done. Hit one hand at a time here and bring them to your heart. Take your time, balance pose number 3. Release one hand at a time. Soften the knee and bring the bricks with you as you step back. And then place the hands down on the mat and step back to down dog. Perfect. Bringing the right foot to the outside of your right hand and the left foot outside of your left. Sit down in Malasana. If you need to, place those bricks underneath your glutes. And just close your eyes and tune in to the sensations of this, the depth of this pose. Perfect. Slowly make our way back. So place a hand behind you any way you need to come into a seated pose. Perfect. Bring the bricks nearby and then slowly roll down all the way onto your back. Taking the brick, one brick in your right hand, long ways, bring your knee up. Place that brick on top of your thigh, right below the kneecap, right here. Yep. And now I want you to take that right elbow on that brick. Take the hands behind your head as you lift your head and shoulders off of the floor. So number 1, we're just going to create resistance. So push your spine into the mat. Pull the belly towards the mat, and now bring your knee and your leg towards your elbow, but push hard with your elbow to keep it away. Feel all that energy right into the core. And now begin to slide that left leg out to a hover. And then just keep holding and squeezing. And breathing as well, no holding the breath. And then slowly rebend the left, put it down, and relax and release. Well done. Talk about stillness, that works. All right, bring that left side up, place the brick right on top of that thigh. Bring the left elbow to that brick, lift the head up, and interlace the hands behind your head. Once again, let's start by concentrating on pushing our belly into our spine and our spine into your mat. And then resist by pulling in and pushing against that brick. Tune into how the abdominals have to really work here with that resistance. And challenge by sliding the right leg to a hover. Now squeeze everything and hold. And then rebend the right knee, put the foot down, and let everything go. Well done. Place the brick between your inner thighs. Walk your feet in, hands to the floor. Let's lift to a bridge pose. Remember, it's not about squeezing the knee, it's about squeezing the inner thighs. So slowly lift off the floor, move those shoulders underneath you, and squeeze tight. And then release your shoulders and drop down. Take the brick and this time move it between your feet and extend your legs to the sky. So we're going to hold it tight with our feet, squeezing tight from the inner thighs all the way to the soles of those feet. Bringing your hands down by your side or even a little underneath your hip. We're going to squeeze tight as we slowly lower and lift. So lower towards the floor and lift it right back up. lower to the floor, and lift it right back up. Lower to the floor, and lift it right back up, and lower to the floor, and lift it back up. We have 4 more of these. So lower down, and lift up, and lower down, and lift up, and lower down, and lift up, and then lower down, and lift up. This time I want you to just lower down and let your legs come down to the mat, releasing your arms from underneath you. Inhale, bring the arms over your head, and exhale, just rest. And this time, inhale, roll up, and exhale, reach forward. Inhale, chin to chest, roll right back down, and exhale, let it go. Keep squeezing the brick with those feet. Inhale, roll up, and exhale, reach forward. Inhale, rolling the spine back. Exhaling, letting it go. Inhale, peel off the floor. And then reach forward. And then roll back and let it go. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, reach forward. Roll back. Let it go. Roll up. And reach forward. And roll back. And let it go. Circle the arms around. Bring the brick with you as you pull the knees in and reach for your brick. Well done. Just place it to the side. Keep your knees in with you. Lifting the head, the shoulders off of the floor. Right leg in and left leg goes long. Breathe in, exhale, pull, pull, switch. Pull, pull, switch. Pull, pull, switch. And pull, pull, switch. Pull, pull. And pull, pull. And pull, pull. And pull, pull. Pull, pull. And pull, pull. And pull, pull. Bring both knees right back in. Drop the head down. Well done. Take a moment to just rock on the spine, pushing the left leg all the way to the floor. Let's bring the right knee in closer, and let's move back to our circular motion. So out and around, out and around, out and around. As we bring it out the next time, hold it out. Flex your foot, point your toe, flex your foot, and now push your foot inside of the left leg. Drop the right leg towards the floor. Feel free to use your hands to kind of push away and push down. Perfect. And moving into a half twist, scoop this right leg up and over, keeping the foot attached to that left leg. As you come over, the leg comes parallel with the floor, and just hold it there. Left hand just can rest on top or push down slightly. And then rolling right back onto your back. Pull the knee in close and extend the leg tall. Slide the hand up toward as high as you can, head and shoulders come off the floor. Take a breath, exhale, pull, pull, then switch legs. Pull, pull, then switch. Pull, pull, then switch. And pull, pull, then switch. Pull, pull, and switch. Pull, pull, and switch. Pull, pull, and switch. And pull, pull, and switch. Pull, pull, and switch. Pull, pull, and switch. One more time. And bring both legs up. Well done. Go ahead and bend the knees. Put the right one down and slide it out long. Let's go back to our circles here. So left knee comes in and circles around. In and circles around. In and circle around. And next time, hold it out. And now flex your foot and point it. And flex it. And with this flex foot, bring it inside of the right thigh. Go ahead and just use your hands to press down and away, keeping the hips nice and open. Then scooping up the leg, just bring it up and over to a nice, keep the foot attached, and then just press down gently with that right hand. That top leg should be parallel with the floor. Perfect. And then bringing everything right back to the center, bring both of your knees in, crisscross your right leg over the left, roll into a seated pose, and just walk forward as far as you can, and bow down. We're going to start with our right arm. I'm going to just circle it towards the left side, coming up into a full seated pose, circle back down, and then come forward and reach forward and go again, same arm, just circle around, come up and reach forward. And then last time, just same arm, circle around, come up and stay up. Well done. Taking the hands on the back of the knees, roll back, uncross your legs and take the left one in the front, come forward. Walk forward as far as you can. And let's go ahead, using the left hand this time, circle towards the right, come up tall, and then circle around and reach forward. Go again, same arm, circle big, come up, and then reach forward. Then last time, just circle big, and reach forward and stay right here. Bringing the hands behind the knees, roll all the way back once again, and place the knees on the mat. Perfect. Let's go ahead and just turn our body to face forward. Support your head. Keep the knees bent. We're going to bring our knee forward and up and around. Forward and up and around. Forward and up and around. And forward and up and around. Forward, up and around. 2 more times. And return to center. Now just lift straight up and down. And up and down, up and down. Remember, the knee does not face up, it faces forward. Just 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Now kick the leg straight out and rebend it. Straight out and rebend it. Straight out and rebend, and out and rebend for 4 and for 3 and for 2 and hold. Lower and lift, lower and lift. Lower and lift, and lower and lift for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Pull the leg forward and sweep the top arm back, and then switch, and then switch, and then switch, and then switch, and then switch for 4 and 3 and 2, and then 1 more time, return to center. Bring the knee straight in, roll onto your back, cross it over, and take your sleeping pigeon pose. Perfect. Bring the knees together, roll into a seated pose, and simply turn yourself around. Rolling back, turn to face forward. Knees are bent. Let's start the circular motion. So pull in and around, forward and around, in and around, and in and around. Keep going, in and around, and in and around. In and around 1 more time, and then stack the knees back together and lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower, and lift and lower. You've got 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Now kick and extend and bend. And 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and hold it out, down and up, down and up, down and up, down and up, and down and up, down and up, down and up. We got 2 more. Hold it up, sweep it forward and reach back, and then switch, and then reach, and then switch. Good. Let's go 4 more. Here's 4, and here's 3, here's 2, and then just once more, and then bring everything back to center. Pull the knee in, roll onto your back, and cross it over and feel the stretch. Bringing the knees together, pull them towards your shoulders and lift your feet up. Take your hands right below your knees and pull down as deep as you can. Flex your feet, point them up, circle them a couple times. Perfect. And then reaching up towards the feet, pull down. And from here, we're simply going to press out. So if your hands cannot stay on your feet, release them down your shins or the side of your leg. Just take a nice inner thigh stretch here. And then push the legs back together. Lower the left one. Keep the right one up. Head and shoulders come up. Take the left hand and hover it over the left thigh. The foot is off of the floor. And then slowly bring that left one right back up. Drop your head down. Perfect. Take the legs out wide once again. Remember, just grab the inside of the legs if you need to. Perfect. And then push them back together. Lift the head and shoulders, lower the right to a hover. And then take the right fingertips and reach them towards your feet. And just hold. And then release and bring the legs back up. This time, pull the feet to touch, the knees go wide. Use your elbows to push into those legs to open up. Stay here. And then move gently into your Supta Baddha Konasana, lowering the feet to the floor. Let the legs get heavy, moving towards the floor. And then place one hand on your heart and one on your belly. Showing up on your mat. Every morning that you show up is self-care and kindness to yourself. And gliding the hands out to the side, bring the knees to touch. And this time just slide them out nice and long. Take a moment in your Shavasana, a longer moment than normal. As we succumb to calmness, once more, we honor this time of the year by simply taking the time to tune ourselves within ourselves, to see what our needs are. So just stay here and just let everything go. Begin to create just a little bit of movement here. We've done a lot of circles today, so turn your wrists in circular motions, your ankles, anything. Just take your time, do what feels good. And finally, begin to make your way to your side and in your own time, come up to easy pose. Bring the hands to the heart and bow the head. So remember, the more you show up on your mat, the more you nourish your brain, your body, your heart, and your soul. Trust me, you deserve it. And the longer you show up to practice consistently, things start to shift and you might be able to feel it. All these good things become a habit. Who knows, you might even feel small flutters of joy, sense of comfort. So be grateful for the opportunity to show up and the discipline to make it happen. Namaste, my friends.
Namaste.